You're back with the Prez. We're back to where it all started, ring training. All right, so I've been adding a lot of ring training back into my routine these days. One, you guys know, and I've been talking this for months now, my elbow injury.
Yeah.
Listen, the elbow injury is gonna come from instability in other joints in the arm. Shoulder, wrist, everything is gonna affect the elbow. So one of the best things I can do to work on stability in these muscles and these joints, the shoulder joint, the wrist joint, and this flexibility is getting back on the rings and working in these dead hang positions, these ring rotations, these skin the cats. So listen, this is gonna be an intro to rings video. I'm gonna be showing you guys the top 3 exercises you guys should be doing as a beginner when you get yourself a pair of rings. These are the top 3 moves that are gonna help you get better and better on the rings and help you get into the more advanced moves. So the reason why I've been using the rings a lot again lately is I've been working a lot more on the shoulder flexibility and my mobility in my shoulder. As you guys know, I've been battling this elbow injury for a while. And remember, elbow is only connected to the wrist and the joint. So instability in the joint muscles of the wrist and the shoulder are also going to aggravate the elbow itself. So I'm going back to my roots with the rings and I'm going to start working up that stability in these joints again. Because remember, the rings are going to build more stability than you would if you're working on solid surfaces. Each ring in itself is going to have each limb working individually. So I'm going to be showing you guys the top 3 exercises you guys should be doing as beginners to master your body weight on the rings. So exercise number 1 that we're going to be getting into is just a false grip dead hang. Very important when using the rings is you got to get used to using a false grip. A false grip is going to have your wrist in full flexion, fully flexed wrist. Remember, when you're using the rings, you're not really ever holding the rings as if you were on a pull-up bar. You're holding the rings now in more of this false grip position. So you're going to be in this false grip position for the majority of your ring movements. Muscle ups, dead hangs, support holds coming down into negatives. This is going to be a position you guys are going to want to strengthen. So the first exercise you guys want to be learning is these false grip dead hangs. So let's get into it. Alright, first things first, when buying yourself a pair of rings, I recommend everybody investing in a pair of rings that comes with a graded strap. A graded strap is going to make it a lot easier to find the balance in the rings. Listen, if you don't have straps that are graded, you're going to be sitting here playing with the straps to find even balance between the 2 rings. So look, I have this one on 12, graded 12, so all I got to do is bring this one on a 10 now, is move this ring up to level 12, and I know that they're even. Rings are even, I don't got to play around adjusting the straps and nothing. So the first exercise you guys want to master is a false grip dead hang. And besides getting graded straps, I recommend everybody that's working with rings, 1, invest in wooden rings. Don't get yourself plastic rings. When your hands sweat, it's going to become really slippery and the grip on them is going to suck. I also recommend everybody that starts with rings, get yourself some chalk. Even if you're not doing rings and you're on the bar, I recommend using chalk. Use your bare hands before you start using gloves. Listen guys, it's cold out here too. I can put gloves on, but I prefer to feel the bar, I prefer to feel the rings when I'm doing the movements. So, I recommend everybody getting themselves some chalk. I'm gonna chalk up. Now, first exercise you guys want to master is a false grip dead hang. Remember, like I said, I threw the rings on a level 12, and I'm gonna do it with my knees up because I don't want to put the rings too high right now. But if you guys have higher rings, do it in a full dead hang locked out position. So look, false grip dead hang. You want your wrist over the rings. We're not holding the rings like this. We're getting our wrist over like this, and we're gonna just get comfortable hanging, fully locked out, just like this. Get comfortable. About 15, 20-second holds, and you want to be doing that for 4 to 5 sets as a beginner. Work up to that level, get used to it. It's going to build a lot of strength in the forearms, a lot of strength in just the lats in general. It's also going to build endurance in that dead hang position. So let me show you it from another angle. Remember, you want your wrist fully over the ring. So my wrist and the ring are meeting. I'm not on my palm, wrist over the ring, and when you drop, make sure you keep that position. When you drop, you don't want to make your hand go down and back into a regular pull-up hold. No, you want to make sure your wrist stays flexed. This is extreme flexion of the wrist. It's really going to strengthen the forearms as well. So, both wrists over the rings, and now watch when I drop. See, my wrists stay up, full dead hang. Full dead hang. Now watch when I drop. See, my wrists stay up, full dead hang. 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 Full dead h this often enough, and especially if you stay consistent with ring training, you will start developing calluses on your wrist. When I used to use rings consistently in my program, which I haven't used in a while now, I use them sparingly, I would have constant calluses on my wrist from always maintaining that false grip position. That's normal. So remember, exercise number one that you want to master is get comfortable in this false grip dead hang position. One more angle for you guys. Wrist over, wrist over. What you do not want to do, look, watch, this is what you don't want to do when you drop. You don't want to let your hands come until you're in a regular hang. You do not want that. You want to maintain that flexion of the wrist, maintaining that flexion, drop down, arms fully locked out, and just hang. Trust me guys, it's going to build a ton of grip strength, forearm strength, and like I said, your hands are going to get used to being in this false grip position, so when you go on a bar, your wrist strength and your transition strength will be a lot stronger. So when working with the rings, you're going to notice that straight arm strength is very crucial. A lot of the movements on the rings are going to start and end and just in general be a straight arm movement, like I just showed you. Those dead hangs, holding a ring support hold, going into front and back levers, going into cross positions. These are all straight arm positions, no bending in the joints. So you really want to build a strong base in that straight arm position. So that's why number one exercise you want to be doing is those dead hangs. You got used to hanging in a straight arm position. Now you want to be able to get used to being able to press in a straight arm position. So the second exercise you guys want to master on the rings is a dip support hold. This is going to be the straight arm pushing exercise that you guys want to master. So the first pulling exercise is a false grip dead hang. The second exercise you want to master is the straight arm dip support hold. So like I said, graded rings, right? I had them on 12 for the dead hangs. Now we're going to lower them for you guys to make it easier for you to get into the support hold. So now we're going to go from a 12, we're going to lower the rings back down to a 10. So now I'm on a level 10 on the straps. So I'm lowering the rings down to a level 10. Also guys, what you guys want to keep in mind, the distance between your rings, you want it to be about 1.5 feet, about 18 inches apart. So now we're going to get into a dip support hold. This is going to be a position that you're going to be in anytime you do a muscle up, anytime you're doing ring dips, anytime you're going into a cross. The initial position is going to be a dip support hold or a ring support hold. So what you want to get used to again is that straight arm position. So we're just going to show you guys how to get into it easy. We're going to jump into it. So we're going to set the rings up to about chest level. We're going to come into that false grip position again. All we're going to do from here is jump straight in. Our body's going to be in between the rings already, so we jump and maintain a straight line. We're going to jump straight up, arms fully locked out, and we're going to hold just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look guys, the key thing is you want to maintain that hollow body position. You guys will notice that I'm not straight up. Shoulders are slightly rounded. I'm in that protracted scapular position. That's very important when on the rings. You don't want to be upright. That's going to cause an impingement in the shoulder joint. You're never upright like that on the rings. You're always going to be in more of that hollow body. Glutes are engaged, core is tight, feet are together, toes are pointed down. That's the position you want to maintain. Let me show you from another angle. So like I said, I have the rings right now to a level 10, so it's easy for you guys to just get into it. So, all we're going to do in between the rings, we're already going to be in that straight body position, in that false grip. Remember, false grip is very important. Get used to it. I'm not starting the rings, I'm not starting this movement in a regular grip position, in this false grip. All I'm going to do, jump straight up until arms are straight and locked out. And look, you're flaring the rings out here, keeping that hollow body position. Elbows are pointing forward, and you want to hold, again, 10 seconds. All these movements are going to work the stabilizers of the wrist, the shoulder, and remember the elbow joint is just connected to the shoulder and the wrist. So if there's weakness in one of these joints, you're going to feel it more in the elbow. And if you're strong here, it's going to build up strength in the elbow joint. That's why I'm back on the rings. My elbow's been doing a lot better, so I'm really trying to strengthen it up. Baby steps. I'm not trying to take anything too far. And one more angle for you guys. Remember, you want to be in that rounded forward hollow body position. So, arms up, straight up, arms straight, locked out, feet pointed, hold. So that's the second exercise or the second movement you guys want to master when you first get your rings. You want to work up to be able to do about a minute total time. So you could do 10-second holds for 6 sets. You could work that up to 20-second holds for 3 sets. 2 sets of 30-second holds until you can get to that full 1-minute hold. Then you're ready to move on to some more advanced movements. So work on maintaining that hollow body, locked out dip support hold. That straight arm strength is going to really build a lot of strength and stability in all the joints throughout the whole arm. It's going to build a lot of core strength, and it's going to teach you body awareness, because if you're not tight here, you're going to be swinging around on the rings, you're going to have no stability, and your body's going to have no coordination. So that's the second exercise you guys want to get master. Let's get into number 3. Okay, so the third exercise that you guys want to master on the rings, which is going to build a ton of shoulder mobility and also a lot of body awareness. And it's important that it's the number 3 exercise. You want to really master the dead hangs and the dip support holds before you get into this exercise. But this exercise is very crucial if you want to advance at all on the rings. If you want to get into more advanced movements, such as a back lever, front lever, muscle ups, you need to master this exercise. And this is called skin the cat. And again, it's another straight arm exercise. I don't want to see no bending of the arms here. Very common mistake people make is they try to pull from the arms and start to skin the cat that way. No, that's why it's very important to master the dead hang, master the dip support hold, so you have that straight arm strength and you're ready to start with the skin the cats. Now I'm going to take you through the entire movement first, and then I'll break it down into how you guys can scale it if you're not fully ready to get into a full skin the cat position. So again guys, graded straps, we still have them on 10 from when I was showing you guys the dip support hold jumps. Now we're going to throw them back up to 12, the same height we were at when we were doing the dead hangs. So throwing them back up to 12. Rings are about 18 inches apart, and now we're going to do a skin the cat. The skin the cat is going to put your shoulder through its entire range of motion. Remember guys, your shoulder joint is one of the most mobile joints on your body. It's the only joint that you can actually do this with. It's the only limb on your body that you can do full 360 movement around, right? So these skin the cats are going to build a ton of strength and stability in the whole shoulder cap in itself. So what you guys want to do first, like I said, master the dead hang position. Now from here, again, get in that false grip position, dead hang, and now all you want to do is a straight arm pull. You're pulling your body up by bringing the ring, you're pulling down. Straight arm pull, guys. Remember, these are all straight arm exercises. You're lifting your core up, you're lifting your hips up, and bringing them around. So watch, this is a full actual skin the cat in perfect form. You'd want to start in an L sit, feet up, toes pointed, come all the way around, maintaining this position. Toes touch the floor, pull back up through the lower abs, pull back up, back to starting position. That's a full rep of a skin the cat. That puts my shoulder through an entire range of motion, right? It's showing me that my shoulders have enough mobility to now advance to more advanced movements. And you don't want to just be able to do one. You want to be able to rep these out. You want to be able to do sets of this. So a set that I would do would look just like this. I would do about 3 to 5 reps, 3 to 5 sets for a warm-up on the rings. But again, remember, these are crucial exercises that you guys want to master first. You can't be doing ring training until you're comfortable in a dead hang position, until you're comfortable in a full, until you're comfortable in a dip support hold, and you can't really do anything else until you master these skin the cats. So once you get all this down and you're getting into actual ring training, one warm-up you guys should always do are these skin the cats. So again, what I would do for a warm-up, 3 to 5 sets, 3 to 5 reps. And from the skin the cat, that's when you could do more advanced movements like full back lever pose, which I'll demonstrate as well. Remember, skin the cat. I'll do 3 reps right now for you guys. L sit, straight arm pull, no bending in the arms. Feet touch the floor, toes pointed down, pulling up from the hips. Starting position, straight arm pull back. floor, up through the hips. Show you guys another angle. Remember, start in a full dead hang, and if you can't do an L sit, beginners, you guys can start with your knees tucked. I'm gonna demonstrate again, full L sit, perfect form, skin the cat. Ready? L sit, straight arm pull, maintaining that L throughout the whole movement. Feet touch the floor, pull back up through the hips. Arms stay straight, back to starting position. All right, now I'm gonna show you how you guys can scale it if you're not ready, or if you don't feel like you have that full range of motion and your shoulders to go all the way back. So first thing you want to do, instead of being in a full L sit, let's come into a full tuck position to start this movement out. And let's not go through a full range of motion. Let's just get comfortable going vertical. So what we're going to do here, remember guys, dead hang again. Full dead hang now, full script, bring your knees all the way in. Now come up and just bring your body here to vertical. This is going to be the hardest thing for people to master, getting comfortable upside down. So just get used to there, and pull straight arm, back up, back up. Now what you guys are going to notice is that these straight arm pull-ups, these straight arm pull-throughs really engage the lats as well. It's a lot of lat engagement. So you're going to be getting a good back workout throughout all these movements as well. So, again, for the beginner variation, if you don't feel like you can fully get around in that full range of motion, come all the way tucked and just go vertical. Once you get comfortable going vertical, we'll work and we'll go a little farther back. Now watch. So for the beginners, once you get comfortable getting your knees tucked and being able to hold yourself vertical, now you can slowly start going back behind the rings into more of a range of motion with your shoulders. So again, always full script, dead hang, knees tucked, straight arm pull. Now we're vertical. Now let's come back a little bit and come right back to vertical. Let's try to go back a little more, pull back to vertical. Go back a little more, pull back to vertical. That's gonna get you guys comfortable being upside down and going from upside down to now backwards into that back lever position. It's very crucial to master the skin the cat if you ever want to learn a back lever, and if you ever want to get the strength to build a front lever. Because a front lever and a back lever are almost similar movements. A back lever is actually a way easier movement than a front lever. So if you can't master a back lever, you're never going to get a front lever. So these skin the cats are very important, and you don't need rings to do skin the cats. Listen, the advantage of rings are there's no bar in the middle. Your body can go through this. If you were to do skin the cats on the bar, you have to compress a lot more. This would be the bar, right? You'd have to get your feet under the bar. So you have to compress your body a lot more. So from the front. Ready? If there was a bar here, I'd have to be all the way down here to get through, right? I'd have to compress tight to get through, right? But because these rings are here, it allows more range of motion. I could go through full tilt. There's a bar here. I can't go through like that, right? The bar would stop. So the goal for skin the cats for a beginner, you guys should treat this as a strength building exercise. Work up to 5 sets of 5 reps. It's gonna really ensure that your shoulders are stable and strong enough to advance to the next movement. So again, guys, one more view for you guys of a full skin the cat. Remember, dead hang, L sit, all the way through, feet touch the floor, pull back up, back to starting position. It's the third exercise you guys want to master when you're first starting out on the rings. All right, guys, so let's wrap it up. Those are the top 3 exercises you guys should be training if you're first starting out with rings. First things first, let's recap real quick. First exercise you want to master, full script, dead hang position. Get very comfortable here. Work up to, again, 1 minute total holds. Start out with 6 sets of 10-second holds. Work up to 4 sets of 15 seconds. 3 sets of 20, 2 sets of 30. Then you could go 45 and 15, and then you'll be able to hit a 1 minute dead hang. Second exercise you guys want to master, those dip support holds. I got the rings real high right now just to demonstrate again. So I'm going to jump into this real quick. Remember, straight arm movements. All three of these are straight arm movements. Ring support hold. Again, you guys want to aim for a total of a 1 minute hold. Start out with 6 sets of 10-second holds, then go to 4 sets of 15-second hold, then go to 3 sets of 20, then go 2 sets of 30, then go 1 set of 45, 1 set of 15 seconds, then you're ready for a full 60-second hold. Next exercise you want to get into, skin the cats. Oh, who's over there? We got Scrap and Pops in the background. Say what up.
Happy New Year.
Hey. All right. So, and the third exercise you guys want to master, and you want to do it in this order. First, you want to master the dead hangs. Second, you want to master the dip support holds. Third, you want to master the skin the cats. And remember, here they go again. Full skin the cat. Full strip position, dead hang. L sit, straight arm pull, all the way through. Feet touch the floor. Pull back up. Back to starting position. Listen guys, I'm going to be creating more of these ring videos for you, teaching you more and more movements on the rings, giving you guys ring routines you guys can follow as well. I know a lot of you guys are back with gym shutdown over in the UK and across the globe. And if you guys have no access to a gym and you just want to get on your ring training, trust me, the rings will take you to a whole nother level. You can build a crazy physique and get crazy strong just using the rings. You don't need anything else. You can get full body workouts on them, legs and everything. So guys, stay tuned. I hope you like this. Let me know in the comments what other ring movements you guys want me to demonstrate. And don't forget, share the video, like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. BARNATURALS.
And they all love to talk, you know they do that shit the most. Think you on my level, boy, but you ain't even close.